So the key to being able to hold putts is three things. One, you've got to be able to read the greens and understand which way it's going to break. The next thing you've got to be able to do is start the putt on the line you intend to start it on. And the final thing is going to be how you can match the pace of your putt to the line you've started it on. Because clearly a putt that's hit harder will break less than a putt that's hit less hard. This video will outline key bits to help you achieve that. Welcome back to the wonderful Norfolk Premier Golf in beautiful sunshine. Today we're going to look at the holy grail of golf, putting, the game within a game. Check out this video for some top tips to help you putt better than your mates and start holding those putts from all over the place. First thing I like to look at when I'm putting is my grip. So we need to understand that the grip is different from a normal golf swing. I would always start with the palms facing each other and work them onto the grip that way. You'll then see variations of putter grips, but we're going to look at the most commonly used putter grip, which is the reverse overlap. So right hand below left, the other way round if you're left-handed, and the index finger just overlapping. So you can see my hands are now working together with the thumbs both pointing down the putter grip there. The important bit though is my palms are both facing each other. Okay. Now you'll see a range of variations of different grips. The most commonly used, other than the standard one, is the left below right, where we have the left hand below the right hand, but everything else is exactly the same. Thumbs down the shaft, putting and hands working as one piece. You'll also start to see so many different grips, like the claw, which is standard left hand grip, and then the right hand sitting on the side there, just to keep the club face nice and square with different types of grip. It's worth experimenting with different grips to find the one that works for you. The key is your hands work together and you can keep the putter square through the ball. I would start with the standard reverse overlap, which is palms facing each other, right hand below left, and both thumbs pointing down the shaft, which will help us keep the putter face square through the ball, which is key to putting. So now we understand how to grip the club correctly. We need to sort out how we're going to stand to the ball to make sure we can return the club face back square every time. So the key to this is making sure we're set up with our eyes directly over the ball as such. And then as we stand to the ball, we want to make sure that if you were to look from behind, the forearms and the shaft are running parallel to each other. If we set up like that every time, we know we're set up in a really good position just to return the club head square to the ball. The next part of the setup is making sure from face on, we've got full connection between our upper body and our upper arms. We want to make sure that when we're putting, we're moving, the body is in one motion and the body is powering the swing, not the hands and arms. In order to do that, we need to feel as though our armpits and our upper arms are connected to the body. So I like to feel that my hands and my elbows are just turned out as I do that. So you can see from face on, the crease of my elbows are pointing forward, which really gives a feeling for me of my body being connected to my arms and being able to rotate my body nicely just to power the club head rather than hands and arms working independently. That's the key to consistent control of your putting stroke. So as we mentioned earlier, one of the keys to successful putting is being able to match the pace to the line you've intended to start the ball on. I see so many recreational golfers doing it with their hands or trying to generate speed in the golf club with their hands and arms. The key for me in terms of being able to control the pace is to do it with length of backswing. So you can see here, I've got two tees set up a distance away from the ball. So the first putt, I will take the putter head back till I reach that tee and then putt through. And the next one, I'm going to take it back with the same pace, the same tempo, the same rhythm, but just back to the next tee. And one will go further than the other. So that looks something like So that putt's travelled about 6 feet. I'm going to put the ball in the same position. This time I'm going to use the same tempo, the same rhythm, but I'm going to take the putter head back to this second tee. That putt has travelled about twice the distance of the first putt. So my advice to you, get out on your golf courses at home, get out on your putting greens at home, or you can do it on your front room and just practice how far back you need to take the golf club in order to be able to change the length of the putt, and do it all with backswing and using the same tempo rather than trying to generate speed on the downswing or trying to hit it with the hands. It will make you more consistent, more likely to match the pace to the line, and more likely to hold more putts. So we're just going to look at how we read a putt. I like to walk 360 around the hole, looking at the putts from different angles and understand which way it breaks. But start your green reading as you're walking up to the hole. So you've knocked your ball on the green. As you walk up to the hole, you can understand and start to look at where the undulations are, where you think it might break, and where the low points are. Walking around the hole will give you a perspective from different angles around how the putt breaks in different directions. I would always look at the uphill and downhill slope as well, because that changes the pace we need to hit the putter at to make sure it goes into the hole. So as I'm squatting down behind the ball here, I've done my read around the rest of the hole. I can see that this putt breaks ever so slightly off to the right hand side. So I pick a point just beyond the hole that's my aim point, not forgetting that the point at which I'm going to start the ball at, it's going to break off all the way down towards the hole. So it will be higher than the apex. And that's what confuses a lot of golfers. So the starting point is higher than the apex of the curve. So I'm going to set up to my ball. I've picked my aim point, picked a mark in front of the ball, and then we just go ahead and trust it.